Let me tell you a little bit about medical acupuncture. First of all, there's two types of acupuncture. There's traditional Oriental medicine and medical acupuncture. Traditional Oriental medicine typically works on a philosophy. You've probably heard the term yin and yang. It's the balancing of the body's energies. It's a very good approach. I prefer the medical acupuncture approach because it's more apt to treating muscle and joint related pain. With medical acupuncture, we focus on the area of dysfunction, and then we improve what isn't working, and then we focus on the area of pain, and we help decrease the pain. How acupuncture works, it works on a relaxation reflex. So for example, let's say there's a knot in the neck, and let's say this is what the knot looks like. What happens is when the needle goes into the knot, the acupuncture needle, the muscle relaxes. It's a relaxation reflex. So you'll see that today, and if you have any questions at all, you may email us at info@hamiltonbackclinic.com or call us at the number stated below. So now we have our patient. Our patient has been assessed, and she has chronic shoulder pain with also some bicep weakness. I am going to use some medical acupuncture to show you how just one needle can improve the function of tissues that aren't working correctly. So what I'm going to do here is find the area of the bicep that isn't working is just below the deltoid muscle, which is this part of the shoulder. So I'm going to locate the area where the nerve supplies the bicep. I know this, where it's located, and I'm inserting it. It's a painless insertion technique. All these needles are one-time use, and it's focusing on the tissue that needs to be restored. As you can see, the hand is moving. There we go. So we see the muscle itself. The entire arm will move. Now, what this does, stimulating muscles that aren't working helps restore the function of the muscle. The best example I can give, we're all familiar with our computers, and when our computers freeze or shut down, what we do is we push the buttons Control-Alt-Delete. And Control-Alt-Delete restores the function of that computer for the time being. Medical acupuncture resets and restores the function of the nerves, of the nervous system of the area that isn't working for the time being. Now, in order to improve the function of your computer, pushing Control-Alt-Delete will only help you for that time. You need someone to come in and restore and change the software to improve the function of the overall system. What I do after I use the acupuncture is I will use my hands, which is a technique called manual muscle release, to break up the scar tissue and in essence restore the software of the shoulder or the injured soft tissue. A big part of my practice here at Hamilton Back Clinic is treating high-performance athletes. Whether it's professional football players or weightlifters, there's different injuries associated with those types of athletes. What I have here is a bodybuilder who has had a history of low back pain associated with calf pain, more so during his squats. When he does power squats, when he's squatting heavy amounts of weight, he's finding that he has discomfort in his low back and his right leg calf region. What I'm going to do today is use the medical acupuncture approach to focus on relaxing the muscles in his low back and also relaxing the muscles down in his leg. Here the tissue is extremely tight, and we use this approach to help relax the area. So I will use a series of needles to cover an entire segment. So what we have here is a very common treatment that I would use on an athlete with this particular problem. The key to improving function is not only going to the area that's not working properly, but following the path of the nerve from where it begins, up here in the low back. So what I'm doing here is the nerve that supplies the muscle in the leg begins up in the low back region. By relaxing these tissues, it improves the function of the nerve here, so that as the nerve travels down the leg to the area where there has been some compression, it can better function because it has more blood flow going to that nerve. And the area that has the pain in this area, this 2-needle technique of the acupuncture that we're using here is very beneficial because it normalizes the area. What I mean by normalizes the area, it brings down the inflammation, it improves the blood flow to the area to flush away all of the inflammation that has collected in this calf. Typically, I will have the patient on this type of treatment for anywhere from 6 to 10 minutes, and then I will follow it up with muscle release, breaking up the scar tissue. In this case, breaking up the scar tissue in the calf will be very beneficial and necessary in order to improve his performance. Thank you for visiting HamiltonBackClinic.com. If you have any questions, you may contact us by phone or via email at info@HamiltonBackClinic.com. Have a great day.